In Pakistan, Islamic State militants have kidnapped and murdered 11 coal miners in Balochistan province in the country's southwest. All of the victims belong to the Shia Hazara minority. Their families have been staging a sit-in for several days, demanding strong, decisive action. The military has pledged to track down the attackers, but the Hazara community say their pleas for protection have long gone unanswered. Hundreds of Hazaras have been killed in attacks over the last decade. Joining us is DW Shazeb Jalani in Islamabad. Shazeb, I understand the Hazara protesters have delayed burying the men killed. How big a deal is that?
Well, you know, in the Muslim tradition, this is the ultimate form of expression of anger. These people have felt that they've been targeted for many years. Hundreds of their community members have been killed in targeted shooting in Quetta, in Balochistan. And they are now saying that we want the Prime Minister to come here to assure us that the culprits will be caught, and then there will be an end to the targeting of Hazara, Shia Hazara Muslims in Balochistan. So they are still there. I just spoke to our DW reporter in Quetta, and he's saying there are very angry scenes, there are very emotional scenes, because this community feels persecuted in Pakistan.
Now, the Hazaras aren't the only group in Balochistan who feel like they are being persecuted. Tell us more about the political unrest in the region.
So Balochistan has been witnessing a militant separatist insurgency for well over 15 years now. The ethnic Baloch feel that they are being exploited, they are being subjugated by the federal government, in particular the Pakistani army, which mainly comes from the biggest populous province of Punjab. And there's been long-running animosity towards the federal government. The Baloch want more rights. They want to be equal partners in the Pakistani Federation. And some of them have taken to the mountains. The Pakistani army issued a statement yesterday saying the terrorists will be caught, they will be punished. The army says that India is involved in Balochistan and in encouraging this kind of insurgency.
Well, if you can stay with us, Shazeb, we have more to talk about. But first, here's a report on one of the many thousands of people activists say have gone missing in the region.
Hani Baloch says they came for her just weeks before her wedding. Armed men from Pakistan's security services, she claims. She says she and her fiancé were accused of being part of a Baloch terrorist organization and taken to a secret jail. They tortured us. They gave us electric shocks while we sat down on chairs. They hit my right foot with a rifle. I'm in pain when I walk. They hit my head with the rifle. I had 6 stitches on my head. The 27-year-old denies any links to anti-government groups. She was released after 3 months, but has heard nothing from her fiancé, Nasim. Activists claim thousands of Baloch people like Nasim have been disappeared over the years. Resentment simmers in the region. Poverty has sparked an insurgency movement. Residents say they don't get their fair share of the region's gas and mineral wealth. A landmark 2015 investment deal between Pakistan and China has further escalated tensions. The CPEC deal has ignited it because Balochistan is not receiving any share. Even labor is being brought from Punjab or China. There's no trust in Baloch workers. They are not being given work over there. So it's creating more hatred. Disappearances have increased in recent years, but activists say not all of those missing are insurgents. Abdul Hamid Baloch says his brother was taken away in July last year. His family are left asking why. We fear that if they know that I'm talking about what's happening in Balochistan, maybe they will pick me up and dump me after killing me. If someone committed a crime, they should be punished. But what is my mother's crime? Why is she being punished? She has been weeping for her son day and night. Now she has stopped speaking. Hani doesn't understand the reasons for the kidnappings either. She just waits, hoping she'll one day be able to be Nasim's wife.
That's quite an intense story there. Shatzeb, the report mentions Chinese investment in the region. Can you go into that a bit more and why that's an issue in all this?
So, we were talking earlier about the Baloch separatist insurgency. Now, China is investing heavily in Pakistan. It is building roads. It is building a deep sea port in Gwadar in Balochistan. And the Baloch nationalists feel that this is a ploy by the Pakistani federal government, by the army, to take away further resources from Balochistan, because they are saying we are not benefiting from it. Whatever you are doing to provide one belt, one road project in Pakistan, Baloch are not really benefiting from it. So there's a lot of suspicion, there's a lot of animosity towards this project called China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. And that's why a lot of Chinese have been attacked by militants in the past. There was an attack on Chinese consulate. And they are saying we will target these infrastructure projects being built by China.
Shatzeb Jilani, thank you for joining us.